And we get into our post-game show, and we will visit with Dordt starting point guard Macy Sievers. And Macy, I saw something I thought for maybe the first time ever with you playing at Dordt tonight. You were breathing hard in the second half. Were you feeling the effects of a Monday night game at Concordia a little bit tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we like to play fast, so I mean, it was a quick turnaround for a game tonight, but Coach just he made a great point. Like, this is what it's like in the national tournament, so let's use it to our advantage. And yeah, I thought we played well.
Facing a Morningside team that put a lot of pressure on the ball when you're bringing the ball up the floor, what goes through your mind, or what do you need to do as a point guard in that situation if they're going to put a lot of ball pressure and try to pressure you in the backcourt? What do you need to do?
Yeah, the past two games, some teams have tried to put some pressure on us in the full court, and I think it's a slower breakdown. And I think I just need to keep attacking it. And, I mean, Coach always says the best press break is to dribble through it. I mean, that way we can keep our transition game still going. And so if I can do that, I try to do it. But sometimes I need to read the floor and see if they're sending a couple girls at me, there's somebody open.
When you make some of those passes, are you anticipating where your teammate is going to be? Are you seeing something? Because there doesn't always seem to be a very big window to get the ball through, or the player isn't there yet to the spot. Are you anticipating? Are you seeing something? Is it a combination of both?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little combination of both, but I think it's just playing with the girls. We get a feel of how each other play, and I just know like they're going to keep cutting, or they're going to circle cut, or they're going to drift, and so I know they're going to read where I drive, just like I'm going to read where they cut.
How's the semester going?
It's going good, you know.
Yeah.
Yep, got my first test this week, so.
Well, we are 3 or 4 weeks into it. We're about 3 weeks away from spring break. Not that hopefully means anything for the team, but
yes.
How, is it a challenge to balance things, or how do you balance class, tests, basketball, practice, games, all that stuff? How do you balance it?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm busy, but in high school I played a sport all year round. So I'm used to having school, like in high school was 8 to 3. So I mean, in college I get a little break, but I've always had schoolwork to do, and I've had to manage like basketball practice. So I feel like I manage my time pretty well. So it's been pretty good.
I will let you go. Thanks for coming up. Good win tonight.
Thank you.
Good week this week. I mean, we knew that these two games would be challenging. Your team responded well, and I think a large part of that is how you handle the point guard position. So great start to the week, and let's finish it off on Saturday.
That's right. Let's get one more. Thank you.
Thank you, Macy. That's Macy Sievers, a starting point guard for the Dordt Defenders, and Coach Bill Harmson will slide over, and he will put the headset on, and we'll give him just a moment to do that. And the Defenders with a 93-72 win here this evening over the Morningside Mustangs. And Coach Harmson, a physical contest, and Ross Dalma always said it when he was coaching men's basketball. First time through the conference is one thing. Second time, a whole different ball game, and we're starting to see some of that, especially against those teams that are top half of the league. Second time around is a completely different feel than the first time through.
It is, and that's what makes teams better, right? A game like this, you couldn't have found two games officiated completely differently than what we had Monday, what we had last week, Wednesday and Saturday, to this evening. You couldn't find games completely the opposite. And so I was very complimentary to our team of being able to adjust to that. It's incredible seeing that happen. But I'm just really proud of our team for sticking together. Morningside had to do the same thing, right, Mike? And I mean, it's just one thing after another. But I'm really proud of our team for sticking with it and persevering through some difficult times.
How much of the pressure that you put on a team is simply a cumulative effect? Late in the game, you're going to get that 6 or 8 point run, because it felt like tonight defense wasn't leading directly to points like we've become accustomed to, but it did result in some quote-unquote free possessions for you where Morningside maybe made some unforced errors.
It did, and over the course of the game, you hope that you could continue to wear on teams, especially in transition offense. I thought, they tried to take some things away from Mace, but boy, we just kept going. I mean, we just kept pushing and pushing, and I was really happy with how we were in our transition offense. Defensively, you know, they got downhill on us a little bit. They were able to get to the hoop a little bit more than what we expected or wanted them to, and their post players played really physically against Carly and Janie. So in the first half, we missed a lot of shots near the basket. In the second half, we made them. We put Macy in the high post a little bit just to try and create a little more action for us, and she just did an excellent job in there, and that created threes. It created easy twos for Janie and Carly, and then for Macy herself, and so that was really fun to see too, those adjustments.
I didn't know how serious the injury was to Hayden Harmson, and then I watched the handshake line, and I'm not going to diagnose anything. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a trainer, but I don't think it's good.
Well, she's gonna go to the doc tomorrow and get evaluated. We just feel, you know, our hearts go out to Hayden, and you know, we're praying for a great report tomorrow, Mike, and we're praying for her and for her family, and we're just hoping that everything comes back better than what everybody thinks, right? Everybody has a lot of PTSD for the absolute worst, and so we're hoping that Hayden can come back and join our team in the same facets that she did before. But certainly, Defender Nation, we need to keep that young lady in your prayers and our team in their prayers, because our women had to fight through some emotional things on the bench tonight too. Yeah,
I was going to say that becomes a challenge, and you can say what you want about focusing on the task at hand, but when one of your teammates isn't there, that presents a lot of challenges, and credit to your team for able to push through, do what you needed to do tonight. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt and it's not painful, but now you try to start moving forward, and we'll know more tomorrow.
That's right.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll know more tomorrow, and we're just praying for a good outcome.
Bill, I will let you go. Thanks for coming up.
All right, thank you, Mike.
That's Coach Bill Harmson talking about tonight's contest and the win for the Defenders. The Dordt Defenders with a victory here this evening, and we turn the page now for the men's contest. And for the men's game this evening, a matchup of the Dordt Defenders at 17-6 overall, 10-5 in the league, taking on a Morningside team that is 10-4 in the conference and 15-6 overall. The Dordt Defenders this season coming off a loss to the Concordia Bulldogs on Monday, 89-84. They outscore teams 90-77. They out-rebound teams 38-35. The Mustangs haven't played since a loss to Concordia on Saturday. I beg your pardon. They got a win over Mount Marty. They have a loss to Concordia. That was last week, 99-88. The Dordt Defenders are coached by Brian Van Haaften. And the Dordt Defenders will go with this starting lineup. They will start Luke Rankin, a 5'10 junior from Grimes, Iowa, averaging 11.1 points per game. Connor Milliken is a 6-foot freshman from Springfield, Nebraska, averaging 12 points a game. Bryce Kopic is a 5'11 senior from Hayward and averaging 17.8 points per outing. Number 3 is Lucas Lorenzen, a 6'4 sophomore from Milford, Iowa, averaging 22.5 points per game. And Ben Fairclaw is a 6'8 junior from Perth, Australia, averaging 6.7 points per contest. For the Morningside Mustangs, number 12 is Jack Dotzler, a 5'10 senior from Omaha, averaging 11.5 points per outing. Number 20 is Joey Scoff, a 6'3 senior from Omaha, averaging 20.9 points per game. Number 22 is Aiden Vanderloo, a 6'1 senior from Sioux City, averaging 10.3 points per outing. Number 33, Eli Doble, 6'6 senior, Gretna, Iowa. And also in the starting lineup for the Defenders will be number 4, Brendan Buckley, a 6'4 junior from Omaha, Nebraska. He did not play in their most recent outing. Doble with the basketball. Doble gets it down low, working it in against Ben Fairclaw, and Eli Doble with a 2-point bucket, and the Dordt Defenders trail 2-0. 2-0 our score with the basketball, right-hand side. They get it back out front to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with it. Lorenzen shovels it off. Right side, Kopic. Kopic misses the mid-range jumper, and the rebound is cleared by Morningside. Morningside with the basketball. Morningside taking the ball up the floor. Having it on the left side is Vanderloo. Vanderloo comes back over to Doble. Doble back out front to Scoff. Scoff with the basketball. Scoff to Vanderloo. Vanderloo misstep there. Comes up a little bit gimpy. Gets it back over right side. This is Buckley. Kick out pass, 3, missed by Scoff. Rebound deflected out and picked up by the Mustangs. Mustangs with the long rebound. Jumper in the paint is up and good for Jack Dotzler. Dotzler makes it 4-0 Morningside. Defenders have it. Defenders looking for an answer here, trailing 4-0. With it out front, this is Milliken. Milliken 3, left wing, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Vanderloo. Vanderloo gives it up. On the left-hand side, Scoff. Comes back, shot no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball off of the best shot. Left wing. Kopic. Lorenzen and Lucas Lorenzen off the dribble. Kisses it off of the glass from 10 feet. And the Dordt defenders trail 4-2. 4-2 the score. Dotzler out front. Buckley with it back right side. They throw it down to the post. Nothing there. Back to Buckley. Buckley guarded by Milliken. Buckley drives in, spins into the paint. Nothing there. Comes back right side. 3 up and good. Eli Doble with 5 points. Defenders trail 7-2. Rankin with the basketball on the left-hand side. Rankin picks it up, passes back over to Kopic. Kopic on the wing. Kopic back over to Rankin. Rankin looks into the post to Lorenzen, and it's knocked away. The Dordt defenders will inbound the basketball right side, on the right sideline in front of the Dordt fans. Out front, Rankin. Rankin reverses left side, Fairclough. Fairclough 3 off the mark, no good. Right, and the rebound cleared by Buckley. Buckley over to Scoff. Scoff with it. Scoff comes back over to Doble. Doble back out front, Scoff. Scoff driving in against Lorenzen. Dumps it off. Reverse layup, no good by Doble. Rebound taken away by Fairclough. Here comes Rankin. Rankin over the basketball, looking down low. Now he's going to drive in, spinning away, 10-footer, straight on, good. Luke Rankin fading away, knocks down the 2-point bucket. It's 7-4. 16:45 left to go in the first half. Dordt trailing 7-4. Buckley to Doble. Doble out front. Doble at the top of the key, toes on the 3-point line. Pass goes into Buckley. Buckley trying to go to work against Milliken. Buckley throws it away. He intended that for Doble, but Doble unable to pick it up cleanly. And the ball goes out of bounds untouched. It'll be Dordt basketball. Doble looked like he might have stopped his cut. And now Kopic brings the ball up the floor. Bryce into the paint. Stops. Back it goes Rankin. Rankin to Lorenzen. Lorenzen at the top of the key against Buckley. Back out front, Rankin. Rankin looking for the cutter. Instead, back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen drives in, puts it up with the right hand, and they're going to call a charge on Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen whistled for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on him. So Lorenzen whistled for the personal foul. It is Morningside basketball, and the Mustangs will bring it up. Out front, Doble. Doble to Vanderloo. Vanderloo with it on the wing. Vanderloo back to the top of the key. He goes left side to Dotzler. Dotzler, 14-footer, missed it, no good. And the rebound taken away by Rankin. Rankin with the ball. Rankin free throw line jumper. Rolls it in. Luke Rankin with 4 points. And the defenders trail 7-6. 7-6 our score. Morningside basketball left wing. Goes into the paint. Dotzler. Kick out pass. Back to Vanderloo. Vanderloo jumper, free throw line good. Aiden Vanderloo has made a living off that shot. Just that little one dribble, pull up jumper. Lorenzen comes back over to Milliken. Milliken fading away, left side, comes back with the right hand. Tough shot, he gets it to go. Dordt trailing 9-8. Milliken's been playing with a lot of confidence the last couple of weeks. Going to need him down the stretch here for the defenders. Vanderloo off the dribble against Kopic. Another free throw line jumper and another one for Aiden Vanderloo. Vanderloo with 4 points. Defenders trail 11-9. Vanderloo a handful. Dordt trailing 11-8. Lorenzen left side off one dribble. His wing jumper no good. And the rebound cleared by Dotzler. Dotzler with the basketball. Dotzler right side Vanderloo. Vanderloo three. In and out, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Fairclough. Fairclough with the basketball. Yep, you're seeing that right. If you listened to the broadcast on Monday, you knew who our officials were. Tonight we see two out of the same three. Driving in, Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen, reach-in foul. Aiden Vanderloo whistled for the personal. On the whistle tonight, Joe Wells, Kirby Wells, and holding you in suspense, Chris Ladwick. We saw Chris and Joe on Monday night in Seward. Inbound pass to Kopic. Kopic reverse layup, good. Bryce Kopic with a 2-point bucket. You look down at the Morningside bench. They knew what was coming. The coaches were calling the defense, and the defenders still able to get the shot off with Bryce Kopic in the paint. Pass goes into Doble. Doble kick out pass. Buckley. Buckley three. Good. Justin City is in the ball game for the Mustangs as well. So Buckley buries the threes, averaging 7.3 points per game, and the defenders trail 14-10. With it on the right-hand side is Lorenzen. Lucas with it on the wing. Lorenzen back over to Kopic. Kopic against Scoff. Has it blocked. Rebound taken away by the Mustangs. Here comes City. City's going to drive in. Shot is blocked. Rebound tapped. Controlled by Dotzler. Dotzler right side Scoff. Comes back to Buckley. Buckley out on the left wing to Doble. Doble three. Missed it. No good. Rebound cleared by Lorenzen after he blocked that shot. Left side pass. Rankin to Lorenzen, and they're going to call a foul. A reach-in called on Buckley. So Buckley whistled for the personal foul. 14-10 defenders, down 4. Rankin will throw the ball in left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Checking into the ball game will be Jake Hargens. Checking out will be Bryce Kopic. Dordt down by 4, 13-16 remaining in the half. Rankin to throw the ball in left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Gets it in to Ben Fairclough. Fairclough with it out front. Right side it goes Hargens. Jake with it. Left side pass, Rankin. Rankin, short corner, Lusher. Lusher into the paint against City. Jump hook by Lusher, good. You know it's coming, and he still gets the shot off. He's going to leave Dordt maybe as the field goal percentage leader in Dordt program history. He's hovering in the 60s. Pass comes out front, goes to Scoff. Scoff, three, good. Joey Scoff with the 3-point bucket, and the defenders trail by 5, 17-12. Right side Fairclough. Fairclough off the dribble, trying to work it in against Dylan Johnson, and a foul called on Johnson. Ben Fairclough will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Just looking at Jackson Lusher's career numbers earlier this week. And Lusher has had a pretty solid career for the defenders. High-scoring player coming out of high school for South O'Brien in Paulina. And Coach Kylie Yates there. And he has come to Dordt, and in his senior season has nearly 800 career points. Second free throw, no good by Fairclough, so Fairclough makes 1 of 2. Defenders trail 17-13. Tell you more about Jackson Lusher in a little bit. Not 800 points, nearly 700, I should say. Three-pointer by Scoff, and Joey Scoff with 6. And the Mustangs extend the lead to 7, 20-13. Rankin, tough angle, doesn't get it to go. Here comes Scoff. Scoff with a head full of steam. Drops it off for Johnson. He hot potato, passes it back over to Doble. Doble to Scoff. Scoff with it, baseline, Doble. Doble back to the basket, squares up, gives it back over to Johnson. Johnson guarded there by Hargens. Comes back to Scoff, 13 to shoot. Right side City. City goes to Dotzler. Dotzler right wing down to the baseline against Rankin. Rankin not giving any ground. Underneath, back over to Doble. Doble shot hangs on the paint, no, on the rim, no good. Hargens comes away with it. Hargens comes back over left side to Rankin. Rankin dumps it down low. Lusher. Jackson with it, and City knocks it away. Jackson Lusher for his career, 63.3% from the field. Last year was up around 70%. This year, 61.8%. 11:26 left to go in the half. Dordt throwing it in. Right side of the lane is Rankin. Women's basketball scores. We've got finals. We'll give those to you at the next timeout as well. I'll make a note of that. Right side it goes Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball, 17 feet from the hoop. Hargens reverses it back left side. Lusher. Lusher against Scoff. Squares up. Backs his way in. Crab walk. Head fake. Puts it up, and he is fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Joey Scoff. And that is foul number 1 on Scoff. Lusher played in 8 games as a freshman, played very sparingly. Then as a sophomore, started 31 games, averaged 8.4 points per game. Last year came off the bench to the tune of 8.8 points per game. Minutes are a little down this year. Couple of minutes fewer played per game. And he is averaging 6 points per contest this year. Makes that first free throw. He's a 75% free thrower. Another one on the way. This one's up and good as well for Jackson. Makes it 20-15. Defenders by 5. 11 minutes left to go in the half. City left side Johnson. Dillon with it. Johnson passes right side Vanderloo. Vanderloo back to the basket. Doble working it in against the sophomore Ty Vanessen. Left side pass Johnson. Johnson 3. Good. Dylan Johnson, a junior from Epworth, Iowa, makes it a 8-point lead again for the Mustangs. Lorenzen trying to answer his 3. Strong, no good. And the rebound is kicked away by Eli Doble. It'll be Morningside basketball. Actually, that was Hargens that kicked it away. Doble tried for the outlet pass. 10:35 left to play in the first half. Defenders trailing by 8. Critical stretch for the defenders here at home today, off Saturday, home on Wednesday next week against Jamestown, and home with Concordia. Johnson, 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Lorenzen hands it off to Rankin. Rankin right side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen against City. Spins into the paint, puts it up, blocked by City. Rebound taken away by the Mustangs. They get it over to City. City driving in, off balance shot, no good. Rebound Vanessen. Vanessen over to Rankin. Rankin over the basketball. Rankin right side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen back outside, Rankin. 3 ball, too strong, no good. And the rebound taken away, Lorenzen back over to Rankin. Another 3, that one is good. Rankin with 7, and the Dordt defenders trail by 5, 23-18. A 5-point lead for the Mustangs. A timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com, leading you home.
Scores from women's basketball tonight. Dordt defeated Morningside 93-72. Briarcliff 2 points better than Dakota Wesleyan at the Corn Palace, 95-93. Hastings a winner over Midland in women's play, 81-69. Jamestown topped Northwestern at Jamestown, 72-71, and Doane 32 better than Mount Marty, 82-50. Dordt with the basketball after the timeout. Reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your Verizon wireless authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Travel violation by the Mustangs. Caleb Dreckman shuffled his feet. Dordt will have the basketball. Bryce Kopic brings it up. We'll go through the women's standings either at our next timeout or at halftime. Bryce Kopic with the basketball. Out front, short corner, left side, Vanessen. Vanessen to Kopic. Kopic lost it. They shoveled it off to Milliken. Milliken off the give from Lusher. And the Dordt defenders cut the lead down to 23 to 20. So the defenders back to within 3. Three-pointer by City. No good. Rebound taken away by the defenders. Coming up with it is Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin, that's Kopic. Kopic at the top of the key, and Bryce Kopic buries a 3. He's got 5. And the defenders have tied it up 23 to 23. So the defenders tying it up 23 all, an 8-0 run by Dordt. Out front, Vanderloo. Vanderloo, City. City, Johnson. Johnson, right side. They go underneath Doble. Doble off of the paint. A glass good. Eli Doble with 7. Defenders trail by 2. 25-23. Kopic up the floor. The senior from Hayward, Iowa, with it on the right wing. Bryce comes back right side. Milliken. Milliken lost it on the... Looked like he wanted to do that step through move, and he gets a little too loose with the basketball. Pass goes to Doble. Doble on the baseline. Over to Johnson. Johnson gives it up back out front to City. City with the basketball. Dordt trailing 25-23. Dordt tied it at 23 all. Dreckman pass comes back left side. Doble. Doble on the wing. 7 to shoot. He's going to try to go downhill. Vanessen swats it away, but a foul on the play called on Ty. That's number 1 on Ty Vanessen. And free throws on the way for the Mustangs and Eli Doble. Women's basketball standings after that game tonight, or after the games, most of them in as finals. First free throw was good. Another one on the way. Second free throw is up and good as well, so Doble makes 1 of 2. Pardon me, he makes 2 of 2, 27-23. Women's basketball standings, Dordt's atop the league at 17-0. Concordia likely, if things hold up, they'll go to 14-3, so still a 3-game gap with 5 games to go. Kopic with the basketball, comes back over to Lusher. Lusher with it. Lusher comes right side back over to Milliken. Milliken crossover, drives in, puts it up off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound back off the glass, good. Connor Milliken, he plays to the whistle. He's got 4, and the defenders trail 27-25. Middle of the pack is tightened up, though, in the women's race. Dreckman comes back right side to Dotzler. Feed it down low to Johnson. Johnson fires it back out to Dreckman. Dreckman into the paint. The junior from Lamar's back over to Johnson. Dylan Johnson in and out, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. Last touch by Morningside. 7:04 left to go in the half. The defenders so far led by Luke Rankin with 7. Mustangs, 6 from Joey Scoff, 9 by Eli Doble. Bryce Kopic will bring the basketball up for the defenders. Defenders clad in their white jerseys with the Dordt script across the front. Women were sporting their yellow jerseys for the first time in program history. Right side it goes to Fairclaw, back to Milliken. Milliken right wing 3 for the lead, good. Connor Milliken with 7, and the Dordt defenders grab the lead at 28-27. First lead of the night for Dordt. They tied it at 23. Now they lead it 28-27. Dotzler to Dreckman. Dreckman right side Vanderloo. Vanderloo goes to Scoff. Scoff to Johnson. Johnson against Milliken. Johnson misses the jump hook with the right hand. Milliken held his ground. And here come the defenders. Rankin, right side Kopic. Kopic shakes left, goes right, splits the defense, lays it up with the right hand, good. Bryce Kopic with 7. Dordt leads 30-27. Back the other way, Dreckman against Lusher. Johnson to Scoff. Scoff with it on the wing, guarded there by Rankin. Scoff off the dribble, comes back left side. They go to Johnson. Dylan Johnson with it, back over to Vanderloo. Vanderloo out front. Vanderloo back to Scoff. Scoff for the tie. Scoff with the 3. He's got 9. We're tied at 30. With the basketball, Rankin. Rankin left side to Milliken. Milliken feeds it into the post. Lusher back to the basket against Dreckman. Puts it on the floor one time, twice. Back outside, Bryce Kopic. 3, good. Bryce Kopic with his second three. He's got 10. Dordt leads 33-30. 5:32 left to play in the first half. Vanderloo with the basketball. He'll put up a three for the tie. Yes, Aiden Vanderloo with three. He's got 7. And we are tied at 33-33. 5:23 remaining in the first half. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. We are tied up 33-33. A reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. I told you about the women's basketball scores. Those standings right now, Dakota Wesleyan is 2 games out of third. They're at 12-5, but it's a mess. Briarcliff is 11-6. Jamestown stands 10-7. Northwestern, Morningside, and Doane all 9-8. Right now, that's the cut line for the 8-team tournament. With the basketball up front, Lorenzen with it. We're tied 33-all. 5:07 remaining. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Bryce Kopic to the rim. Layup good. Bryce Kopic to the rim with the left hand. He finishes. He's got 12, and the defenders lead 35-33. Both teams around 50% from the floor. And a foul called on Milliken. Connor Milliken called for the personal. Eli Doble will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He is a 74% free throw shooter this season. He's gotten there a lot. He's shot 137 free throws through 21 games. And he makes that one, and he makes them to the tune of 74%. Second free throw on the way for Doble, trying to tie it at 35-all. Second free throw on the way for Doble is up and good. They list Doble at 6'6". That might be generous. That's probably pretty close. He has been a thorn in the side, though. Tough to defend. Jumper by Lorenzen, misses on the pull-up jumper. Morningside now with a chance to regain the lead. 4.5 left to go in the half. With the basketball, this is Vanderloo. Vanderloo tries left, now comes back right. Pull-up jumper, 10-footer good. Vanderloo with 9. Dordt trails 37-35. Rankin with the basketball into the paint. Double team. Back it goes Kopic. Kopic loses it out of bounds. It'll be Morningside basketball. 37-35. 4:12 left to go in the half. Well, Lucas Lorenzen in one of those mini slumps, if you will. Three-point shot has not been falling for him recently. Let's see if he's able to put it on the deck and get to the rim instead. 1 for 5 so far tonight for Dordt's leading scorer. Dotzler off the bounce. His pull-up jumper good. Jack Dotzler with 2. He's got 4, and the Dordt defenders trail 39-35. 3:50 left to go in the half. You want to stay within striking distance if you're Dordt. Lorenzen, back it goes Rankin. Rankin to Kopic. Kopic with the basketball, shakes left, goes right, comes back over to Milliken. 13 to shoot. Lorenzen tries to get to the hoop, tries to put it on the floor. Dotzler was able to impede his progress. Pass goes into the corner. Fairclaw lays it up, count the hoop, and he is fouled. Foul called on Eli Doble. Doble whistled for the personal, and Ben Fairclaw with a chance to go to the free throw line for the 3-point play. The defenders trailing 39-37. So 39-37, defenders down 2. Fairclaw to the free throw line where he is 1 for 2 tonight. The junior from Perth, Australia, missed the free throw. Dordt had a few misses on Monday against Concordia as well. Came back to haunt them. Pass comes out front. Doble cut. Vanderloo free throw line. Back outside. It goes to Dotzler. Dotzler Gets the return pass from Doble. Step back triple, top of the key. Missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by City. City back out front to Doble. Doble driving in against Fairclough. Fairclough swats it away. Rebound taken away by Kopic, and Kopic has it poked away from behind by Doble. It'll be Dordt basketball. Checking foul trouble for both teams. There is none. Morningside, 4 players with 1 foul each. The defenders, 3 players with 1 foul each. 3:01 left to go in the first half. 39-37, defenders down 2. With the basketball, Rankin. Rankin comes back to Kopic. Right side, Rankin. Rankin with the ball. Rankin working against Dotzler. Fires it back over to Fairclough. Fairclough down to the baseline. Lobs it in for Lorenzen. Lorenzen shot no good, but he is fouled on the play. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul called on 0. Daniel Brocale. Brocale whistled for the personal. That's number 1 on him. Lucas Lorenzen to the free throw line, trying to tie it at 39 all. Free throw on the way for Lorenzen, up and through. Lucas with 3 points. And a chance to tie it here. Men's team will have Saturday off. And Lorenzen misses the free throw. Lucas, an 81% free throw shooter, now 81 of 101 this season. Morningside basketball. Dordt down 1, 39-38. Pass it to Doble. Doble against Fairclough. Doble puts it up, blocked by Fairclough, but a foul called on Ben. That's number 1 on him. 2:23 left to go in the half. And Eli Doble will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Doble, a 6'6 senior from Gretna, Nebraska. First free throw is up and good. He's got another one coming. So second free throw for Doble. He has had a very nice career for the Mustangs as well. He's got 5 free throws, 5 of 6 now, 13 points for him. And the defenders trail 41-38. Left side pass it goes. This is Fairclough. Fairclough fading away. 10-footer good. Ben Fairclough. He's got 5 points. Defenders trail 41-40. Right side with it is Dotzler. Dotzler hands it off to Doble. Doble puts it up, blocked by Fairclough. Ball tapped out. Doble tries to save it in, and he's out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. Well, Fairclough has his hands full. Doble a little more physical. Fairclough's got to hold his ground. He's got a little bit of a height advantage. See if that pans out. Dordt trailing 41-40. And the defenders have the basketball. This is Rankin. Rankin double team, gets it back over to Kopic. Kopic catches it, 3, good. Bryce Kopic was with his 3rd 3, and the defenders lead 43-41. Left side pass it goes, 3, missed, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched by Justin City. It'll be Dordt basketball. Defenders might have caught a break there. Doble, through the course of his career, averaged 17.8 points per game last year, 7.4 the year before. So he has really come on as a junior and senior. Rankin with the basketball, lost the handle. And now a jump ball called, alternating possession. It will be defender basketball. Doble over the course of his career, 1,300 career points. And the defenders will throw the ball in. They get it into Rankin. 15 to shoot for the defenders. Rankin with it at the top of the key. Rankin throws it into the corner. Fairclough. Ben, 3, good. Ben Fairclough with the 3. He's got 8, and the defenders lead 46-41. Biggest lead of the night for Dordt. 1 minute left to go in the half. So the Mustangs with the basketball. Pass right side, Doble. Doble back out front. It comes to Brocale. Brocale with it, looking inside for Doble. Doble, nothing there on the baseline, gives it back to Brocale. Brocale, right-handed reverse, good. Brocale with the 2-point basket. Dordt leads 46-43. Rankin with the basketball on the left-hand side. 10-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Lorenzen with it, 19 seconds left to shoot. Comes back, left side, Fairclaw, back over to Rankin. Rankin, 3 misses, no good. Rebound taken away by Morningside, and Morningside will walk it up and take the final shot of the half if they can. City gets the ball over to Scoff. Dordt has a foul to give if they want. 10 seconds. Shot by Scoff, no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. 5 seconds left. 4, he's at midcourt. 3. Head fake, puts up the jumper from the top of the key, from about 27 feet. Off the side of the iron, no good. We played one half of basketball. Dordt 46, Morningside 43. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action in 3 minutes.
This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Thank you, Dordt University dance team, our halftime entertainment. Keep up to date with Defender Athletics with the new Defender app available for iPhone and Android devices.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
The Dordt defenders with a 46-43 halftime lead on the Morningside Mustangs. Dordt trailed by as many as 8 at 23-15. Came out of a timeout, though, and proceeded to score the next 8 points in a row to tie it at 23. Didn't take the lead, though, until a pair of free throws to make it 30-27. Extended the lead to as many as 5, 46-41, and settled for a 46-43 halftime advantage. The defenders led unofficially by Bryce Kopic with 15. Eli Doble had 13. Let's go ahead and roll those People's Bank highlights here at halftime on the Dordt Media Network. We'll take a look at some of the numbers as well as we do that, just trying to tie it all together. Aiden Vanderloo knocked down some mid-range jumpers. He's 4 of 5 from the floor with 9 points. The Mustangs also, Joey Scoff, he had it rolling early, 3 of 5, all 9 of his points coming from the three-point line. The Dordt defenders, Luke Rankin made a 3. He's got 7 points total. Bryce Kopic got cooking. He's got 3 threes and 3 twos. That comes out to 15 points. And the defenders, Ben Fairclaw came alive late. Couple of twos and a 3. He's got 8 points. The defenders lead at halftime, 46-43. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a look at all the numbers in the first half of play. You're listening to GPAC Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Here are your numbers as Dordt leads 46-43. The defenders 18 of 30 from the floor, 60%, 6 of 12 on threes, 50%, 4 of 7 from the free throw line, 57%. Morningside 15 of 34 from the floor, 44%, 7 of 16 on threes, 44%, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 100%. Turnovers, Dordt committed 3, Morningside committed 2. The defenders are led in scoring by Bryce Kopic, 6 of 8 from the floor for the senior, 15 points. 9 points for Connor Milliken, 8 points for Ben Fairclough, 7 for Luke Rankin, 3 for Lucas Lorenzen, and 4 for Jackson Lusher. Lucas Lorenzen with a team high 5 rebounds. Ben Fairclough has 4. Luke Rankin has 3 assists. For the Mustangs, 13 points for Doble, 9 each for Scoff and Vanderloo, 4 for Dotzler, 3 for Buckley, and 2 for Brocale. Eli Doble, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Dotzler, 5 rebounds, 3 rebounds for Joey Scoff, 3 for Eli Doble, and 2 assists each for City, Doble, and Dotzler, as the Dordt defenders lead at 46-43 at halftime. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of the scores at halftime from across the conference. Right after this, you're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 3 minutes.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Thanks to these Dordt Media Network sponsors, Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Eye Care, serving Sioux Center and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Come see Dr. Paul Beaver, Dr. Dan Klausing, or Dr. Reese Beaver for all your comprehensive eye care needs. This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
In 32-28, Hastings leads Midland 51-31. Northwestern 2 better than Jamestown on the road, 48-46 at half, and Mount Marty running away from Doane right now, 45-27 up the road in Yankton, South Dakota. We're at halftime. Dordt leads Morningside 46-43. Let's take another 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half of action from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute. Well, we're set for the second half of play as the Dordt defenders lead the Morningside Mustangs in Great Plains Athletic Conference action. 46-43. It's Morningside basketball to start the second half. Doble passes it out front, and we are underway. This is Brendan Buckley. Didn't see much of Buckley late in the ball in the first half. Driving in is Dotzler. Dotzler gives it up. Scoff misses. That one skips off of the rim. Rebound Doble, but a foul on the play called on Connor Milliken. Milliken whistled for foul number 2. So free throws on the way for Eli Doble. First free throw is up and good for Doble. And Doble with a second one on the way. And Doble makes both. Eli Doble with 15 points. He's the team leader for the Mustangs. And Dordt's lead is 46-45. 46-45 our score. Pass goes Milliken underneath Lorenzen, and Lorenzen unable to hang on to it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the defenders. It'll be Morningside basketball. So the defenders will play defense. Morningside will inbound the ball. Coming up on 19 minutes left to go in the contest. Dordt up 1. Dotzler with it on the left-hand side. Dotzler driving in, cut off. Comes back out front. Buckley to Scoff. Scoff with the basketball. Scoff. Back it goes Vanderloo. Vanderloo underneath. Vanderloo for the lead, and the short shot is good. He's got 17. And the defenders trail 47-46. Bryce Kopic with it on the wing. Kopic will drive in, scoops it up with the right hand, blocked by Buckley. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Morningside. It'll be Dordt basketball. So they'll reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. 18:48 left to go in the game. Dordt trailing 47-46. 4 unanswered by the Mustangs to start the second half of play. Pass comes in Fairclough. Fairclough gets it out front. Jumper by Milliken. Connor Milliken with a 2. He's got 11. Averaging 12 points per game is Milliken. Dordt leads 48-47. Dotzler, right side pass it goes. Now in front, Buckley. Buckley in between the circles. Buckley picks up the dribble. Passes right side, Scoff. Scoff down to the baseline. Scoff circling. Comes back out front to Buckley. Buckley against Milliken. Now Vanderloo. Vanderloo, Scoff. Scoff, top of the key three. Short, no good. Rebound tapped, and it's loose. Picked up by Fairclough. Fairclough with the basketball back over to Rankin. Luke with it. The trailer, Milliken. Milliken splits the defense. And Milliken loses it on the way up. Here comes Scoff. Scoff sidesteps the player. Shot no good, but there for the rebound is Vanderloo. He misses. Rebound Buckley. Buckley left side Scoff. Scoff underneath. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Connor Milliken. It'll be Morningside basketball. So Morningside with the basketball. Dordt leading by a point. 17:51 remaining. Throwing it in right side of the lane is Dotzler. Dotzler gives it up Buckley. Buckley puts it up, blocked by Fairclough. Loose basketball, though, picked up by Dotzler. Dotzler open look at a 3, missed it, no good. Rebound Fairclough. Fairclough comes back left side, back over to Rankin. Rankin with the ball. Rankin out front, back it goes to Lorenzen. Lorenzen back to Rankin. Rankin on the right wing. Rankin back to the top of the key. Luke driving in, and we've got a hold called on Dotzler. Jack Dotzler called for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on him. So the defenders leading by a point. Inbounding the basketball, Luke Rankin. Rankin sizing things up on the baseline as we face the hoop. Throws it in to Kopic. Kopic left side off the bounce. Takes Vanderloo off the dribble. Puts it up. Has a shot no good. High off the glass. And the rebound taken away by Morningside. Morningside with it out front. Buckley. Scoff. Dotzler. Dotzler puts it on the deck. Drives left hand. Back to Doble. Doble layup good. Eli Doble with 19. Dordt trails 49-48. Out front, Rankin. Rankin comes back right side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen driving in, and Lorenzen is fouled on the play. Foul called against the Morningside Mustangs, and called for that personal is Aiden Vanderloo. And Vanderloo will check out of the ball game with it. Kopic off the inbounds pass. Here comes Milliken. Milliken hangs in the air, has it blocked away out of bounds by Buckley. It will be Dordt basketball, left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Rankin to throw it in. And Rankin gets the ball inbounded to Kopic. Kopic shot no good, but he's fouled on the play by City. And Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Justin City whistled for his first personal. And free throws on the way. So 2 free throws on the way for Bryce Kopic. First one on the way for Kopic is good. Kopic is an 87% free throw shooter. 101 of 116 now as he makes that one. Trying to reestablish the lead for the defenders at 50-49. Currently tied 49 all. Second free throw by Bryce is off of the mark. No good. We have a tie. 16:39 remaining in regulation. With it out front, Morningside. This is Dotzler. Dotzler gives it to Scoff. Scoff shot no good. A rebound cleared by Fairclough over to Rankin. Doesn't have the numbers. Rankin up the floor. Left side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen three, good. Lucas Lorenzen with the three. He's got 6 in the defenders' lead, 52-49. Needed to see that one go through for Lorenzen. With it out front, this is Dotzler. Dotzler at the top of the key. Dordt showing zone. Left side pass, Buckley. Buckley three, good. Brendan Buckley answers with his second three of the ball game. We're tied 52 all. Rankin with it. Rankin right side Fairclough. Fairclough back to Rankin. Rankin Lorenzen. Lorenzen working against City. Comes back out front, Rankin. Rankin at the top of the key. Dribbling with the left hand on the left wing now. Back to Kopic. Kopic with the ball off the dribble. Back to Rankin, ball fake. Nothing there. City sat down. Come back right side, and Milliken's pass is deflected. Take it away, and here comes Buckley. Buckley with a layup. So Buckley with the steal and the layup, and the defenders trail 54-52. Kopic with it. City might have reached in. Ball's loose, picked up, and now it's chased into the backcourt. Rankin with it. It was touched, so Dordt can bring it back into the front court. Rankin on the left side. Rankin, pull-up jumper, 17-footer, no good. Tap by Fairclough, no good. And the rebound controlled by Scoff. Ball's loose, and we've got a foul on the play called on Luke Rankin. Preventing the layup by Doble as Rankin went up and knocked it away. So Luke Rankin whistled for the personal, his first. Defenders trailing 54-52, 14:59 remaining. This one is settled into the quicksand. Just can't slog through it right now. Morningside, Dotzler throws it in. Johnson back to Vanderloo. Vanderloo with the basketball. Vanderloo three, good. Aiden Vanderloo with his second three. He's got 12, and the defenders face a 5-point deficit, 57-52. Rankin with the basketball, right-hand side. He goes to Fairclough at the top of the key. Left side goes Kopic. Kopic off the dribble. His pass deflected. Fairclough picks it up. Loose ball back over to Milliken. Right wing three. Missed it. No good. Rebound to Lorenzen. Lorenzen will bring it back out to the perimeter. Now he'll drive in. Lorenzen fading away from 10. It's good. Lucas Lorenzen with 8, and the defenders trail 57-54. 57-54 Mustangs. Aiden Vanderloo with it. Vanderloo comes back outside. Left side it goes to City. City to Buckley. Buckley to City. City driving in against Milliken. comes back out front, 7 to shoot. Vanderloo lets go with a long 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Rankin, doesn't have the long pass. He'll bring it up the floor, the trailer Milliken. Milliken hesitates, comes back to Bryce. Bryce into the paint. Bryce fading away from 15, rolls it around. It swirls around twice and drops through. Bryce Kopic with 18. Dordt back to within a point, 57-56. Dotzler with the basketball. He looks over to the sideline. Trent Miller calls the play. Right side pass, it goes to Johnson. Dylan Johnson with it. Johnson with it in between the circles. Vanderloo looking down low. Instead comes back out front for Johnson. Underneath Buckley against Lorenzen. Lorenzen trying to hold his ground. Tough shot for Buckley. Misses the fadeaway from about 12 feet. And the defenders coming back the other way. Pass goes left side back to Rankin. Rankin into the heart of the defense. Kick out pass. Kopic. Kopic too strong with the right wing 3. And here come the Mustangs. Dotzler off the dribble. Step back against Milliken. Got him up in the air. Rolls it in from 15. Jack Dotzler with 6. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Timeout charged to the Mustangs. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
(59-56) Morningside with a 3-point lead. Reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Dordt inbounding the basketball. Bryce Kopic will toss it in. So Kopic to throw it in with 12:52 left to go in the game. That's in regulation. Defenders trail the Mustangs by 3. And a little bit of a pause in the action. Now Kopic will throw it into Rankin on the floor for the defenders. Those two plus Vanessen, Lusher, and Lorenzen. With the left side, Vanessen. Vanessen goes out front, Lusher, guarded by Vanderloo. Right side back to Lorenzen. Misses the 3. Rebound taken away by Scoff. Joey Scoff with the basketball. Scoff goes right side, Dotzler. Back out front, Johnson. Now Vanderloo sizes up the defense. Looks for the cut underneath. Comes back to City. City lets fly with a 3, and he hit it. Justin City with the 3, his first of the ball game. Dordt trails 62-56. 6-point deficit. Dordt's trailed by as many as 8. They're trailing by 6 right now. Right side pass, it goes to Rankin. Rankin with the ball on the wing. Luke Rankin with the basketball. Rankin comes back over to Kopic. Kopic driving in. Kopic, nothing there. Back out front it goes Rankin. Rankin to Vanessen. Vanessen with it. Vanessen back to Rankin. Rankin 3, short, no good. Rebound controlled by Johnson. He outlets to City. City with the basketball. City goes left side, Dotzler. Morningside playing with the lead, up 6 and trying to build on it. Johnson fires it back over to Scoff. Scoff to City. City against Lusher. City another 3. That one off the backboard, off the rim and the backboard, no good. Rebound controlled by the defenders in Kopic. Dordt needs a basket to answer. Bryce Kopic gives it back over to Rankin. Rankin to Vanessen. Vanessen left side to Kopic. Bryce with the basketball looking for Lorenzen. Instead goes to Rankin right wing. Here's Lusher. Lusher squaring up short corner, trying to work his way into the lane. And Jackson Lusher fakes the hook shot, comes back with the up and under with the right hand as he flips it off the glass. 62-58 defenders down by 4. City with the basketball. He goes right side, comes back, left wing. Scoff 3, missed it, no good. Rebound controlled by the defenders. Coming up the floor with the basketball. Pass left side over to Lusher. Lusher has it poked away by City. City with the steal. Here comes City. City passes left side. comes back to Scoff. We're approaching the midpoint of the second half, and the Mustangs have the lead. Got the lead on the basketball. Johnson out front to City. City to Vanderloo. Vanderloo working it in against Kopic. Drives in, puts it up. Shot no good, but he's fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Lucas Lorenz, and that's his second. First free throw up and good for Vanderloo. Vanderloo, a 77% free thrower, makes the first one. He's got 13. Defenders are down 5. They've trailed by as many as 8 in the first half, 6 here in the second half. And trying to match that difference is Vanderloo, and Vanderloo matches the biggest lead of the second half for the Mustangs at 6, 64-58. Mustangs have outscored the defenders 21. Beg your pardon. 21-12 in the second half. With it, right side Rankin. Rankin to Vanessen. Vanessen goes left side Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Nothing there. Pinned. He gets it back out front to Rankin. 10 to shoot for the defenders. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin right side Vanessen. Vanessen 3 off the mark. No good. And the rebound is controlled by Morningside and Brendan Buckley. Buckley passes it off to Justin City. City with it. And we've got a foul on the other end called against the Dordt defenders. They're going to count the hoop. They're going to call the foul on Ty Vaness, and Eli Doble will go to the free throw line to try and extend the lead. It's an 8-point ball game right now, and the Mustangs with a chance to make it a 9-point advantage. 9:31 left to go in the contest. Dort's got 5 timeouts remaining. Ty Vanessen whistled for his second personal foul. And we've got a blood jersey now. Ben Fairclaw had to change into number 31. So he's now playing with number 31 on instead of 35. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. So Doble makes the 3-point play. Defenders trail 67-58. Left side pass. It goes to Fairclaw. Fairclaw with it. Fairclaw comes back over to Kopic. Kopic driving in, nothing there. Back it goes Hargens. Morningside has amped up the pressure on the defense. And Lusher is fouled from behind by Joey Scoff. Scoff whistled for the personal, his second. Connor Milliken will check into the ball game. Bryce Kopic will check out. And Rankin will inbound the basketball. Rankin triggering. Rankin gets it into Lusher. Lusher with a right-handed hook shot. Good. Jackson Lusher with 8 points. And the defenders trail 67-60. Right-hand side with the basketball is Brendan Buckley. And Buckley turns it over. It'll be Dordt basketball in front of the Morningside bench. Ben Fairclaw to throw it in. Fairclaw gets the ball inbounded to Rankin. Rankin with it at the top of the key. Rankin driving in, scoops it up with the left hand. Good. Luke Rankin with 9 points. And the defenders back to within 5, 67-62. Scoff to Doble. Doble, right wing, back to Buckley. Buckley 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Fairclaw. Fairclaw hands it off to Rankin. Rankin with it. Rankin out front. Milliken. Milliken driving in. Scoops it up with the right hand. Good. Connor Milliken with 13, and the defenders surge back to within 3, 67-64, and a timeout on the floor. Charged to Morningside. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suen, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Broadcast, the pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Don't want to overstate it, but if the Dordt defenders want to finish top 4, you probably got to win this one. Morningside basketball. They pass right side. This is Buckley. Buckley back to the top of the key. Left side pass Johnson. Johnson to Scoff. Scoff comes back. Left side Dotzler. Dotzler with it at the top of the key. Dotzler picks it up back over to Scoff. Scoff to Johnson. Johnson 3. Good. Dylan Johnson with the 3. He's got 6, and the Mustangs reestablish a 6-point lead at 70-64. With the basketball is Lusher. Lusher driving in, nothing there. Throws it behind Milliken. He gets it. Milliken snares it with the left hand in front of the Dordt bench. Now brings it back towards the top of the key. Hands it off to Fairclough. Ben with the basketball against Johnson. Shot no good by Fairclough, but he's fouled on the play. Foul called on Dylan Johnson, and free throws on the way for Ben Fairclough. Fairclough playing with a bandage now in his right hand. That's probably where the blood issue came from in terms of the jersey needing to be changed. First free throw is up and good for Fairclough. He was 1 for 3 in the first half from the free throw line. Makes that one. He's got another one coming. 64% free throw shooter. Dordt as a team up around 80% as a squad. Second free throw, that's for the season. And Fairclough makes them both. The defenders now 6 of 10 from the free throw line, and the defenders trail by 4, 70-66. 7:20 left to go in regulation. With it out front, Doble. Doble comes back over to Dotzler. Dotzler left side. Buckley feeds it right wing. Ball taken away by Rankin. Rankin, one player to beat. Lays it up with the left hand. Good. Luke Rankin with the steal and the lay-in. He's got 11, and the defenders are within 2, 70-68. Right side Scoff looking to silence the crowd. Picks up his dribble. Pass deflected, and a hold called on Luke Rankin. Rankin called for foul number 2 on that post-entry pass. Team foul number 5 on the defenders in this period. Morningside will inbound the basketball right side of the lane as we face the hoop. With it right-hand side, they throw it in over the top to Scoff, looking down low for Doble. Doble puts it up, blocked by Fairclough, and Fairclough is fouled in the backcourt by Joey Scoff. So Ben Fairclough with a blocked shot on Eli Doble. Had the rebound and had it swiped away by Joey Scoff, but Scoff picks up his 3rd in the process. Dordt trailing by 2, 70-68. Bringing the basketball up is Luke Rankin. Rankin across half court, running the offense, and the Dordt defenders. And may have had a delay in the shot clock getting started. They're going to take 2 seconds off of the game clock. They're going to bring the shot clock down to 26 as well. Stoppage in play for those extra 2 seconds. Milliken gets the ball inbounded to Rankin. Rankin with it. Rankin comes back left side, Hargens. Dordt down 2. Out front it comes to Fairclough. Fairclough right side, Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. They look for the double team. Instead, they sag off him. Now Scoff. Scoff challenges the jumper. Shot no good. But the rebound cleared by Morningside. Quickly up the floor, Scoff. Scoff driving in, and Scoff is called for the... Well, no, we've got a blocking foul called on Lusher. They get the basket to go. Lusher picks up the personal foul. Joey Scoff will go to the free throw line to shoot for the three-point play. 6:16 left to go in the ball game. Dordt trailing by 4. And Scoff's free throw is up and good. So Scoff makes the free throw, his first 2-point field goal of the day. First points of the second half. He's got 12. And the defenders back down by 5, 73-68. So the defenders battled back, had a shot to tie or take the lead, missed it, and now the Mustangs will play defense. Leading by 5, Dordt basketball. Kopic with it at the top of the key. Bryce in between the circles. Kopic looking for someone to pass to, dribbling with the left hand, drives in, spin move, lays it up with the right hand, good. Bryce Kopic with the 2-point bucket. He's got 20, and the defenders trail 73-70. 5:55 left to go in the contest. Pass goes left side, Joey Scoff. Scoff gives it up. Doble. Doble's shot is blocked out of bounds by Fairclough. It'll be Morningside basketball. Morningside basketball. Right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Dotzler will throw it in. Dotzler looking, and he throws it in right side. Scoff to Dotzler. Dotzler dumps it underneath for Doble. Doble, hook shot, reverse layup, I should say, and Eli Doble with his 4th field goal of the second half. He's got 23 points. Defenders trail 75-70. Lucas Lorenzen, top of the key, 3, good. Lucas Lorenzen with 11, and now we've got a travel called against the Mustangs in the backcourt. So the Morningside Mustangs, an unforced error in the backcourt. And the Dordt defenders will get it back. So Dordt inbounding, trailing by 2, 75-73. Right side it goes Lorenzen. Lorenzen 3, missed it, no good, and the rebound is controlled by Morningside. Morningside with the basketball. Morningside throws it in. They get it into Dotzler. Dotzler in the paint. Tries to pass it off to Buckley. Buckley loses it out of bounds, and I said that travel was unforced. It wasn't. It was actually Bryce Kopic that came up to hassle the ball handler, and they end up traveling with it. Dordt basketball down to 5:05 left to go in the game. With the basketball, Luke Rankin on the left-hand side gets a ball screen from Fairclough. Out front to Lorenzen. Lorenzen right side Milliken. Milliken drives in for the tie, lays it up, no good, but he is fouled. Foul on the play called against Morningside and Eli Doble. Doble picks up his 2nd personal foul. And free throws on the way for the defenders. Connor Milliken to the free throw line to shoot a pair, trying to tie it. Milliken with 13 tonight, averaging 12 points per game. First free throw, short, no good. 7 for 12 are the defenders from the free throw line. Morningside, by comparison, a perfect 12 for 12. Another free throw on the way for Milliken, trying to bring it back to 1, and he misses that one, overcompensated. Dordt trails by a couple, 75-73, 4:45 left to go in the game. Mustang basketball left side, Dotzler. Dotzler to Scoff. Scoff against Lorenzen. Back up front it goes to Doble. Doble at the top of the key, left side Scoff. Scoff looking for City. City with it on the wing. City back over to Vanderloo. Vanderloo, Dotzler, 5 to shoot. Dotzler off the dribble against Rankin. Hesitates in the air, double clutch, and the shot is good. Dotzler with 6. Dordt down 4 again, 77-73. Left side Rankin on the wing. Rankin at the top of the key, looking, comes back out front. Fairclough throws it down low. Lorenzen posting up against Dotzler. They bring the double team. Comes back outside Rankin. 3-ball on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Morningside, and they'll slow it up. Walking it up is Scoff left side. Dordt misses on the three-pointer. That would have cut it to 1. They've been as close as 2. It was tied at 52 all. Left side pass it goes. Doble against Lorenzen. Doble drives in, and a reach-in foul called on Lucas Lorenzen. That's Lorenzen's third. And Eli Doble will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. So the Morningside Mustangs still perfect at the free throw line, and the defenders are going to use a timeout with 3:45 remaining. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
(77-73). Morningside with a 4-point lead, and they are shooting free throws. The defenders 29 of 54 from the floor, 54%. Morningside 27 of 61 from the floor, 44%, but they've gone a perfect 12 for 12 so far from the free throw line. Dordt by comparison 7 of 13. Morningside has also converted 11 three-pointers. Eli Doble is shooting 2 free throws. He is a 74% free throw shooter. This is a 1-and-1 as he was fouled before the shot, and that one's up and good. Morningside now 13 for 13 from the free throw line and trying to stretch it out to 6. 3:45 left to go in the contest. Dordt trailing. Second free throw is up and skims around the rim and falls through for Doble. Doble makes it 79-73, Morningside. And the defenders have to cook up a comeback here. Bringing the basketball up the floor is Kopic. Kopic with it on the left-hand side. Bryce, pull-up jumper, 14-footer, can't roll in, and the rebound taken away by Scoff. Well, you got to get stops now if you're Dordt. Can't fall behind by 3 possessions. It's going to get really tough then. Morningside's going to take the air out of the ball here. Pass comes out front. Scoff attacking. Fade away from 10. Won't go down. Rebound tapped and controlled by Morningside. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Scoff gives it back over to Buckley. Buckley back over to Dotzler. Dotzler looking for City. Instead, he'll back it out. City will go down to the right corner. Dotzler out front. Ball screen. Dotzler on the right side, guarded by Fairclough. 3 to shoot. Dotzler lost it on the way up, and the ball is loose, and a shot clock violation called on the Mustangs. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt down 6, 79-73. Fairclough to throw it in. 2:50 left to go in the contest. So Morningside in the catbird seat here. Dordt needs a comeback. Got to be pretty efficient from here on out. Lorenzen squares up, and a reach-in foul called on Buckley. That's number 2 on him. Team foul number 8 on the Mustangs, and Dordt with an opportunity to close the gap with the clock stopped. Need some free throws here if you're the defenders. Make up some ground with the clock stopped. Get back to within 4. That's foul number 2 called on Brendan Buckley. Free throw by Lorenzen. Off the mark, no good. The defenders 50% from the free throw line, 7 of 14. Right side pass, Mustangs. Kopic trying to tap it away, and Aiden Vanderloo is fouled on the play. Bryce Kopic called for the personal, and for Bryce, that is number 1. 2:31 left to go in the half. Dordt not helping themselves. Pretty steep hill to climb right now. Dordt calls a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1981. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner, online at germanfarmers.com. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Special thanks to all our Dordt Media Network sponsors. Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Van Engelenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency throughout Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelenhoven Agency's Sioux Center advisors Mark Holsoff or Lisa Dykstra.
Morningside up 6 with 2:31 left to go in the game. Shooting free throws, Aiden Vanderloo. Vanderloo with 14 points. And Vanderloo, the 1-and-1 opportunity. Free throw is up and good, and Morningside stays perfect at the charity stripe. And another free throw on the way for the Mustangs. 3-possession lead, 2:31 left to go in the game. Morningside now 16 for 16 from the free throw line, 17 of 17. Well, it's not over, but boy, the margin for error is very slim here for the defenders. Now down 3 possessions, driving in is Rankin, left-handed layup, gets it back, gets the 2 points back. So it's back to a 6-point ball game right now, 81-75. Got to get some defensive stops, and Morningside will milk the clock if they can. With it out front, Dotzler. Let's see if the defenders come up with a stop here. Dotzler with the basketball, backs it out to near midcourt. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 2:03 left on the game clock. Dotzler driving, left-hand side cut off, gets the return pass. Right side City, 5 to shoot. Back to Dotzler, wants a ball screen. Dotzler puts it up for 3, missed it, no good. Rebound secured by Milliken. Dordt with the basketball, 1:45 remaining. So Dordt with the basketball, down 6. Out front, Lorenzen. Lorenzen back to Rankin on the wing. Rankin with the basketball, comes back to Kopic. Step back, triple, in and out, no good. Rebound corralled by Morningside. Bringing the ball up the floor is Scoff, and a reach-in foul called on Bryce Kopic. Kopic hesitated just a moment, had an open look at the 3 and missed it. Now a foul called on Bryce in the front court. That's foul number 2 on him, and more free throws for the Mustangs and Joey Scoff. Scoff, a 1-and-1 opportunity. 80% free throw shooter. He's 1 for 1. Morningside as a team tonight 100%. Coming into the ball game, 77% for the season. Free throw is up by Scoff and good. Another one on the way for Scoff. Back to a 3-possession lead for the Mustangs, pending another free throw, 82-75. Dordt with 3 timeouts remaining, both teams in the bonus. Second free throw, and Morningside misses their first free throw of the game. 82-75, 80 seconds left to go in the game. Kopic with it, Kopic out front. Taken back by Milliken. Milliken driving in, and they're going to call a charging foul on the Mustang. On the defenders. Connor Milliken called for the charge as he drove into the lane. Milliken whistled for foul number 3. Took it into the heart of the lane and gets called for the charge. So the Mustangs with the basketball back. 1:15 left to go. They're up 7. They attack the basket. Layup with the left hand. Good by Doble, and that might do it. Doble makes the basket. He's got 26 points, and he's shooting for the three-point play here. Dordt trailing 84-75. Justin City will check back into the game. So the defenders trailing by 9, pending a free throw by Doble, and that one's up and through. Doble now with 27. And the Mustangs lead by 10 with 1:11 left to go in regulation. Timeout on the floor, charge to the Mustangs. Dordt basketball down 10 when we resume play. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center. Your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your projects a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. At NewTek, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs.
The Morningside Mustangs in the driver's seat here, up by 10, 68 seconds and counting left to go. Rankin into the paint, nothing there, throws it over the top, finds Fairclough, layup good. Ben Fairclough with a 2, he's got 12. Dordt back to within 8, 85-77. And Morningside will check Aiden Vanderloo into the ball game. Justin City will check out. 1 minute remaining in regulation. And we had a stoppage in play. I don't know if the clock stopped after the made basket, so they pause play. And it'll be Morningside basketball throwing it in. Inbounding the basketball is Scoff. Dordt showing pressure defense. Vanderloo in the backcourt. Vanderloo travels with it. And they're going to call a timeout. They're going to award a timeout to Joey Scoff on the sideline. A full-length timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Morningside basketball. Dotzler gets it into Vanderloo. Vanderloo sidesteps the defensive player. Morningside with it up 8, and they throw it over the top. They find Buckley. Buckley to Dotzler. Dotzler with the right side. Doble. Doble to Buckley. Buckley with it. Buckley comes back right side. Dordt trying to pressure. Left side Vanderloo. 8 seconds to shoot. Dordt down 8. Driving in. Shot no good by Scoff. Rebound taken away by Fairclaw. Here comes Dordt and Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Dordt needs points, and they need them quickly. Pass comes back over. Lorenzen, 3, good. Lucas Lorenzen with the 3, and the Dordt defenders back to within 5, 85-80. 20.4 seconds remaining in regulation. The defenders down 2 possessions as they get the 3-point bucket by Lucas Lorenzen. We have a timeout on the floor, charged to Dordt. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. We'll keep it right here. Don't want to miss any of the action. The defenders tonight, 8 of 22 from the 3-point line. Lucas Lorenzen has made a couple. He now has 11 points. I beg your pardon, he's made 3. And he's got Dordt back to within 5 at 85-80. 20.4 seconds remaining in regulation. Morningside will inbound right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Dotzler to throw it in, length of the floor in front of him. They get the ball inbounded to Buckley, and Buckley is fouled immediately. He is a 86% free throw shooter, and he will shoot 2 free throws here. So shooting 2 free throws will be Buckley. Buckley, free throw is up and good. This is the big one here, trying to extend it to a 3-possession game again. 86-80, 19.5 seconds remaining. And Buckley's free throw is up and good, and that might do it. 87-80, a 3-possession lead for the Mustangs. Dordt needs 3 possessions to score to regain the lead. Shot by Lorenzen, top of the key, no good. Rebound taken down by Milliken. His shot no good. Loose basketball picked up by Rankin. Out front, Fairclaw 3 with 6 seconds left. No good. Rebound taken down by Milliken. Milliken fouled on the putback. He'll go to the free throw line, but it's going to be too little too late. Defenders trail 87-82 with 2.5 seconds remaining. And the defenders, I guess you could miss this one intentionally, maybe get a kick out 3. Down 5 though. 2.5 seconds remaining. Milliken shooting the free throw and makes it. Milliken makes the 3-point play, and Morningside will win it by a final of 87-83. The Mustangs improve to 16-6 overall, 11-4 in the league. Dordt 17-7 and 10-6. 87-83 our final. Let's take a 3-minute break. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. We'll take a 3-minute break. Be back with the Wireless World postgame show right after this. Lorenzen on the fly, and Lucas Lorenzen with another 2. He's got 22. Then Gustafson squares up against Neerum. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8.
Growing up, I wasn't the most avid Christian. I wasn't someone that regularly attended church, and I think that was definitely a barrier to coming here. But coming here has really changed my life in terms of a faith aspect. Just the opportunities to grow in your faith have really been my favorite thing about coming here. No one really pushes their faith on you, but they let you know that faith is a vital aspect of all our curriculum, all of our athletics. That has really been the main reason and the main opportunities that we have at Dordt, is because we look at everything in a different aspect. We're not doing this for anyone else, we're doing this for God.
Hi, my name is Lynn Marie Tremolian.
My name is Tyler Vanderwoon.
Hi, my name is Noah Zylstra. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm from Pella, Iowa.
And I'm from Springfield, Kentucky.
One of my favorite things about the Dordt Media Network is being able to go to various Dordt sporting events throughout the year.
My favorite part of the Dordt Media Network is being able to produce a quality live stream for people to watch at home.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
And you're watching Dordt Media Network.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
I wish I would have maybe done graduate work sooner, but the fact that I could do it when I had a growing family, the fact that Dordt kind of met me where I was at that time and where I still am, makes it manageable no matter what really season of life you're in. They understand that you're a working professional. I definitely feel equipped and ready to be a school leader. Just the way that Dordt structures things and the support that they provide for you sets you up for success.
Dordt was the right place for me. It was the right place for me to grow as a student. It was the right place for me to play football. And I think above all, it was the needed place for me to come to Christ. It started with me being recruited for football. As the recruiting process started though, and I started to kind of figure out what Dordt was about, that spoke to me. A university that's centered on just the Lord, you know, on scripture, on truth. That was a big deal for me.
87-83, the final. The Dordt defenders fall by 4 to the Morningside Mustangs in Great Plains Athletic Conference action. And why don't you go ahead and run those People's Bank highlights, and we will tell you about how this transpired in the second half. We were tied. Dordt led by 3 at halftime. We were tied at 49. We were tied at 52. The Mustangs, though, able to take the lead, and I don't think they ever gave it away. The defenders were up. They had the ball down 2, missed on their conversion attempt. Jackson Lusher, second half, got a couple of 2-point field goals to go, and he ended up with 8 points today. The defenders had a spell, though, where they were down 75-73. Surrendered 6 points in a row, got down 81-73, and actually were down at 1 point by 10, 85-75. Scored on back-to-back field goals to get back to within 85-80, but the Mustangs made free throws at the end, and 87-83 is your final. The Dordt defenders led tonight in scoring by Bryce Kopic with 20 points. Connor Milliken chipped in with 16. Let's take a look at those numbers as we have them. And working towards those stats. The defenders, 33 of 63 from the floor, 52%, 9 of 25 on threes, 36%, 8 of 15 from the free throw line, 53%. The defenders left some points on the table there. Morningside, by comparison, 20 of 21 from the free throw line, 11 of 26 on threes, 28 of 66 from the field for 42%, both from the field and the three-point line. Morningside had a 38-36 rebounding edge. Morningside committed 6 turnovers. Dordt had 7. The defenders were led tonight by Bryce Kopic's 20 points, 16 points for Connor Milliken, 14 points for Lucas Lorenzen, 13 by Luke Rank, and 12 for Ben Fairclaw, 8 for Jackson Lusher for their total of 83. The defenders got 11 rebounds and 4 block shots from Ben Fairclaw. Lucas Lorenzen had 6, and Connor Milliken and Bryce Kopic each had 5. Luke Rankin added 7 assists tonight. The Dordt defenders also got, I told you about the 4 block shots by Ben Fairclaw. For the Morningside Mustangs, 27 for Eli Doble, 7 of 14 from the floor, 12 for 12 from the free throw line. Aiden Vanderloo, 18 points. Brendan Buckley had 10, 13 for Joey Scoff, 8 for Jack Dotzler, 3 for Justin City, and 2 for Daniel Brocale for their total of 87. The Mustangs, 10 rebounds by Buckley, 8 for Dotzler, 7 for Scoff, and 5 for Eli Doble. That is going to do it for the numbers. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back visiting with Coach Brian Van Haaften right after this 1-minute timeout.
The spiritual climate and the community itself is strong. And Dordt remains unapologetically Christian in their mission. And we certainly believe for our kids, the best fit is an institution that believes that every square inch, every aspect of your life comes under the lordship of God. And we can see that woven into the classes that our kids have taken, the athletic teams that they've been part of, the music that they've been part of. It's just all a culture that we appreciate and love so much.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
At the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as the Dordt defenders fall by a final score of 87-83, and the margin for error very narrow. And the defenders unable to make up the difference, got down 10 late, battled. They were within one possession at 73-70, down 2, 75-73, but that was when Morningside went on a little run, scored 6 in a row to go from up 2 to up 8. Eventually built the lead to 10. Dordt closes to within 4, 87-83 at the final horn. Coach Brian Van Haaften joins me for post-game comments. And, Coach, a tough loss tonight. Battled. But as I said, that margin for error narrow. And tonight, your team missed a couple free throws, a couple of possessions where you come up empty. It all adds up. And down the stretch, it's a challenging way to lose the contest.
Yeah, it was a great basketball game tonight, Mike. The guys, both teams played really hard tonight. Both teams battled really well. I thought our defense was pretty solid tonight, holding them to 42% from the field. They got a couple of old boards that maybe we wish they wouldn't get, but overall, I thought defensively, I thought we had a really nice game. Offensively, you see we shot 52% from the field, but when it really counted, we missed some big shots, and so. Yeah, it's too bad because we played a good game today, just not quite good enough. Some free throws. The last 2 games, for whatever reason, we haven't shot the free throws well, and I think that's just a little bit of pressure on these guys, just a little bit. We got to handle it just a little better.
What do you do over the next few days? Now, you've got a little bit of time before your next contest. You don't play until a week from tonight at home against Jamestown. Guys do individual work the next couple of days. You come in and practice. I know your method has been this season to take Thursday off, and then you come back and practice, go an hour or so on Friday. Do you change that up at all with a week in between games, or how do you approach that?
No, I mean, we're going to take tomorrow off like we usually do. We'll practice on Friday like we usually do. And then since Saturday is a day off for a game, we won't do anything on Saturday and Sunday. And then we'll get ready to play on Monday. So we'll have a good practice on Friday and be ready to go on Monday for a couple of home games next week.
How much at this time of the year how much will you look at this game, and how much is simply prepare for the next opponent at this time of the year?
I probably won't spend much time with this game, Mike. It's time to get on to the next one. I think Jamestown's next, right? Yeah.
Yep.
On Wednesday, and so we'll spend our time on that when we get to Monday. I got a little recruiting trip to take here for a couple of days, and the guys will kind of get their legs back. There's some guys here that play a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that. You look at the numbers tonight, a really good game for both teams. And, it's just the little things out there. And we're going to be better as we go along. And it's still, except for Luke and Bryce, it's still a pretty inexperienced team. And to be in these moments here with these big games the last couple of days, we just have not quite gotten it done. And, But it doesn't mean we won't the next game. We're going to stay positive, and we're going to keep rolling.
Coach, I will let you go, and safe travels on your recruiting trip. And you turn it over to Coach Lindbergh then, as he runs practice for
he will run
those
practice.
days?
Yeah, he will run practice on Friday. We lift tomorrow, and Coach will take that as well. And yeah, you know, these guys are great, Mike. I mean, this is a great group of young men who you know, put Christ first, and you know, they're special in that respect. And so, yeah, I know there's some people that may say, well, I don't know about this team. Man, don't give up on them. They're going to be fine. We're going to keep getting better, and it's going to be fun when we have a good stretch here to finish out the year. I mean, no one wants to play us.
Coach, I will let you go.
Okay.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
That's Coach Brian Van Haaften, and we can take a look at the scores from across the conference. Dakota Wesleyan nips Briarcliff 79-78 at the Corn Palace. Hastings defeats Midland 88-63. Northwestern holds off Jamestown 87-82. And Mount Marty a winner over Doane 83-61. We have a four-way tie atop the league right now. Concordia, Northwestern, Hastings, and Morningside are all 11-4. Dordt settles back to 10-6, so 2 games out of 4th place now. And now you've got Dakota Wesleyan, who the defenders play 2 weeks from tonight on the road, nipping at your heels. They are 9-7. They do have to play Concordia though, so we'll see what shakes out after this weekend. Briarcliff and Jamestown are now 7-8. Midland 4-12. Doane and Mount Marty both 2-14. If the season were to end today, Jamestown and Briarcliff would be tied for the 7th and 8th spot. Dakota Wesleyan would be 6th, and the Dordt Defenders would be 5th, and you'd have a 4-way tie for the championship. Coming up on Saturday, GPAC basketball, the College of St. Mary visiting Dordt. That's a 2 o'clock start time. The Defender women earlier tonight victorious over Morningside, 93-72. Other games include Mount Marty at Northwestern, Midland at Jamestown, Doane is at Briarcliff, Hastings is at Morningside. Concordia and Dakota Wesleyan will play a Sunday matinee contest, a pair of games at the Corn Palace on Sunday, February 11th. So we'll be back on the air with our next radio broadcast on Saturday. We'll have Dordt Media Network broadcast tomorrow night, junior varsity basketball, Friday, men's volleyball, softball, and on Saturday we'll have more Dordt Media Network broadcasts, men's volleyball, softball, and women's basketball coming your way on Saturday. That is going to do it for our broadcast for the Dordt Media Network crew, and also Carson Schubert back at the Sioux County Radio Studios. I'm Mike Biker. Have a good evening.